As Mark Twain once said, during the gold rush, it's a great time to be in the pick and shovel business. Well, right now we have this green rush that's expanding across the United States. And today I'm going to share with you my favorite pick and shovel play from this sector. It's also been my favorite small cap for 2020. And I believe investors should be looking to own shares before August 13th. Hi, I'm Matthew Carr, Chief Trend Strategist for the Oxford Club, and welcome to this week's episode of Market Trends. In the US, cannabis sales are projected to increase 40% this year to $15 billion. And by 2024, we're talking about sales of both recreational, adult use, and medicinal reaching $37 billion. That's a huge opportunity, especially for smaller players. So today I'm going to introduce you to my favorite way to play this sector. GrowGeneration is the largest hydroponics retailer in the United States. It sells thousands of products from nutrients and organic soil to lighting technology and state-of-the-art hydroponics equipment that can be used both indoors and outdoors by commercial growers as well as home growers. Currently, the company has 27 retail locations across 10 states, including some of these very strong cannabis markets like California, Colorado, Michigan, Nevada, and Oklahoma. Now, it's also looking to expand to 6 more states next year, and by 2023, we're talking the company could have as many as 90 locations. So it's benefiting from this expansion of cannabis, but there's also another less publicized avenue for revenue growth, and that's the hydroponics market. Traditional and commercial farmers are flocking to hydroponics like we've never seen before. And there's a lot of reasons for that. You know, there's not as much arable land as before. You have urban sprawl, as well as just standard, the population is growing at a very rapid rate. The hydroponics market was estimated to be worth $8.1 billion in 2019. But that alone is growing at a little more than a 12% compound annual growth rate and should reach $16 billion, basically doubling since 2019 by 2025. That means GrowGeneration has exposure to these two very large markets, this $16 billion hydroponics market, as well as this $37 billion cannabis market. Now, of course, there's going to be some crossover, but what's amazing is that GrowGeneration didn't start out to be focused on cannabis. The sector just uses more hydroponics than any other, and we're actually seeing that really benefit the company financially. In 2019, same-store sales were $19 million, which was a 36% increase over 2018, and we're expecting to see more double-digit same-store sales growth this year. Now, on Thursday, August 13th, GrowGeneration is going to report second quarter earnings. Now, expectations are pretty lofty here. We're looking for an 87.9% growth in revenue to $36.6 million, with earnings per share rising to 5 cents. That's up from a penny a year ago. Now, here's why I like this company, especially as we head into earnings. Recently, competitor Scott's Miracle-Gro saw this big 11.8% jump to new record highs on its just really great earnings report. The gardening and fertilizer company saw sales increase 28% as its Hawthorne gardening segment saw sales blossom more than 72%. That's a good proxy for GrowGeneration since those two really go after the same customer base. For 2020, we're looking for revenue to grow to $143.5 million. And then next year in 2021, expectations are for a 36% increase to $195 million. Shares of GrowGeneration are up more than 120% year to date. Now, great performance for a company that I recognize as one of my favorite small cap plays for this year, but I actually think there's still a lot more upside ahead. I love pick and shovel cannabis plays, and GrowGeneration to me is as good as it gets. The company's flourishing hydroponics business, as well as like this massive opportunity that we have, not just from cannabis, but just from this growing farming market, means that there is a lot of upside ahead for shares. It was also just added to the Russell 2000. And for you Robinhood investors, this is one of those few cannabis focused plays that you can invest in. I'm Matthew Carr, Chief Trend Strategist for the Oxford Club. Thank you for watching this episode of Market Trends. For more information like this, be sure to go down to the description and sign up for my free e-letter. Until next time, here's to high returns.